in whose FIR you are entering. Now, suppose we'll give you an example. This aircraft, which aircraft? VTABC. Shall call code of VTABC is ALBM. Is it in a flight? Now, now told you now it is here. Within VHF range. Within VHF range is when you are in the control. That is, I told you on the map. How you will know what is the VF range? By looking at that circle of aerodrome, like 25 nautical miles and 5,000 feet, 30 nautical miles and say 6,000 feet. In the circle, they will write control up to 50. That means 5,000 feet. Control up to 30 nautical miles. That means the control of that place goes in a radius of 30 nautical miles to an altitude, to a distance of say 5,000 feet from the ground. That is the VHF range. When the aircraft is within VHF range, to establish contact with Kolkata approach. But after crossing VHF, it will not contact her. Then it will be on HF, that is on primary and secondary frequency. Subsequently, the aircraft will contact Kolkata tower for landing instructions and land at airport. Thereafter, surface movement control, that is SMC call sign Kolkata ground will control the aircraft movement over the ground. See, whatever I had told you, it's a quick summary rather in one page. I told you tower will give you landing instructions and takeoff instructions. I told you ascent and descent will be given by approach, and all the taxiing and startup, whatever. If SMC is available, then SMC is the authority, or rather the call sign is ground. You don't say SMC, you say Delhi ground or Kolkata ground or Mumbai ground, or you don't say SMC. SMC, surface movement control, is one facility and the call sign is ground. Now see, this is a very important note. This also I told you in yesterday's class. I remember when we were talking about the second circle. You remember I said one circle VHF, second circle VHF extended. See the note, important thing. Wherever possible, HF communication network all over the world is being replaced by more reliable VHF remote control air ground channels, CRAG. Whenever we extend the VHF range, nowadays it is possible in modern aviation, we extend the range of VHF, basic VHF, we extend, like in the case of, if you remember in the map, I told you Aurangabad was something 5,000, then it was extended from 5,000 to 15,000. Why? How? By this, by VHF remote control air ground channels. We have a channel which is remote controlled air ground channel, which will extend the VHF range. Suppose if this is available, VHF extended range is available, then there is no need for you to be on HF communication for that part. But wherever this VHF CRAG is not available, then you have to switch over to the VHF. Now I mean HF. But now all over the world, HF also is becoming lesser in use because of its so many drawbacks. HF is definitely less effective. HF is more less effective than VHF. Which VHF, we have a lot of very less interference in VHF communication, but HF some interference may come in. So it is always better to be on VHF. But only conditional, you come on HF in certain places where there is no VHF extended range. In certain cases, we have VHF remote controlled air ground channels which are extended, and so then we prefer VHF in that case, right? I told you this yesterday. VHF range can be extended by remote. So this is one thing. Whatever I had told you before, that position reports are going to the radio till FIR, then the next radio you have to give the position report. That thing is covered. Then I told you descent and ascent has to be taken by approach, landing by tower, and of course the taxiing and startup and whatever shutdown, etc. All the ground movements, surface movements will be done by the surface movement control or the ground facility. This is the summary. I'll make it a point to send you this page particularly in your notes. You will get the link on Google Drive. Then you can take a. This is the important thing which I noted. I said I made this summary myself. I said this will help you to cover up so many topics, so many things which may come into your mind. So this will solve a lot of your queries regarding when to give position reports, to whom to give, and when to be on VHF and when to be in HF, and all these things. You will things will become more clearer now. Okay, right. Now, apart from
what
this,
is the work of control and tower?
Control and tower. Yeah, I'll tell you. Tower, actually, it depends. Now, in places which are not very busy, like nowadays all aerodromes are busy, but exceptionally if this aerodrome is not busy, then tower will do 4 works. Tower will give you takeoff also. Tower can give you landing also. Tower can give you startup also, and tower can give you taxi also. But at not very busy airports, where you can say traffic is not much, where the airport is not busy, then the tower will do 4 works: give you takeoff, give you landing, give you startup, and give you the taxiing permission. But if the aerodrome is busy, then the tower work will be reduced by 50%. That means here, busy airport, tower will do only 2 work. That is only takeoff and landing. No taxiing, no startup. So who will give you taxi and startup then at busy airports? Taxi and startup at busy airports will be given by SMC, surface moment control. Surface moment will give you the taxiing. Okay, landing and thereafter surface moment control will control the movement of the over the ground. Surface moment will take over. If it is there, all aerodrome, how you will know where there is and where there is no surface? Looking at the map. When you look at the map, it will be indicated where there is SMC, where there is no SMC. Where there is no SMC, landing, takeoff, taxiing, startup, and your taxiing. Four things will be done by tower. If SMC is not there, 4 things, and if SMC is there, then that particular place SMC will do 2 things. That is startup and taxiing. All surface movement is taken over by the startup. Also is a surface movement, and taxiing also is a surface movement. This will be taken care of by the SMC. Okay, and the tower will do only takeoff and landing. Where it is very busy, it cannot do all the 4 works, only 2 works. But where it is not busy, it will do all the 4 works. Right. Then you said control. Now control, apart from all these, no takeoff, no landing, no startup, no taxiing, control will not give you any one of this. Control will can give you descent to a lower altitude till approach level altitude. After that, approach will take over for further descent. Final descent, approach will take over depending upon the VHF range of the approach. But control you can contact for a change of flight levels, or sometimes you can even pass your position reports where HF is not available on VHF extended range. You can pass your position reports to control also in some cases. But mostly, if you want any ascent on any level or any descent on any level from your stated level flight, you can contact control. Any emergencies, of course, for emergencies, there is no one particular state. Anybody you can contact in an emergency, like in an emergency like a pen situation or a mayday condition, that is when you are in distress or when you are having an emergency which is not very serious, but it's an emergency. You can contact any station. There is no law there that you will talk only to control. You cannot talk to radio. No, you can talk to anybody, because it's an emergency, so you can give you a message immediately to anybody. But control, mostly we take the help of control only when, suppose I am at 30,000 or 20,000 feet, and the approach of that place where I'm going to land is at 5,000 feet. VHF is up to 5,000 feet. So at 20,000 feet, somebody must give me descent clearance. Yesterday also I told you, from higher altitude, who will give you descent clearance? Then we can contact control and tell him, I'm at 20,000 feet, please give me permission to descend to maybe 5,000. So from 20 to 5,000, the control will give you the clearance. You contact the control and take the clearance. But once you come at 5,000 in the range of the approach, then control will not give you any further descent. Further descent, final descent, rather the second descent will be taken by approach, and vice versa. When you are climbing, approach will give you ascent till its limit. After that, the further ascent, further climb, the second climb or third climb will always given by control. Okay. But control, apart from giving you ascent and descent from higher levels, will also give you, can copy your position report sometime in the absence of radio facilities on HF, or sometimes they can, all your emergencies will be given by control, or any change in your flight level can be requested by the control authority. Yeah, anything else? Anybody, any queries to make, or should I proceed with the class? Anything, anybody? Any doubts? No.
Nothing, sir. Continue, sir.
Yeah, I will continue. Now, before I continue, again, I want you to be, I want all of you to be very careful to what I'm saying just now, and listen to me. And any one of you who's ready with the answer, just unmute yourself and give me the answer, right? Be ready. Now, my first question to you, because see, I am not trying to judge you, but I'm just trying to know how, I want to know how much you know, so that accordingly I can go ahead with my classes. Because if you are having whatever, I'm not rating you whether good or bad, not that way, but I just want to know, because you are going to be the future AMEs. So I do expect something something really much more than what I expect. I mean, I have a lot of expectations from you rather. Okay, so I want to know something from you. Now, in day-to-day life, you must be observing, or you must be noticing, since you are AMEs. So yeah, now somebody asked me suddenly, sir, what does FIC and ADC indicate? Who assigned me? In fact, I'm coming to the next this topic itself in another 10 minutes. I was supposed to come to this topic itself, and this is the starting. The first question which I'm asking you is the starting of this answer, FIC and ADC. I'll just tell you in 10 minutes. Okay, right. Now, I want to ask you one question first before I answer the FIC ADC query, and I will explain to you what is FIC ADC. Now, I'll ask you one question. Just tell me, whoever is ready, just unmute yourself and tell me how many, or how much type of traffic, how many type of traffic, or how much traffic can you divide into in the Indian airspace? As per you, how many type of traffic really takes place? How many type of traffic takes place in the Indian airspace? In the Indian airspace, how many types of traffic is present? Also, you can say, in other words, at all times. How many type of traffic is present in Indian airspace? Can anybody answer me? Unmute yourself and tell me.
Domestic and international.
Pardon?
Domestic and international flight.
Domestic and international. Do you think I will ask you such a small, such a simple question? I know it's domestic and international. That is what's understood. No. I want something something more specific. Anybody else? How much? This gentleman said two types of traffic: domestic and international. Domestic and international. That's all. He bifurcated it into domestic and international traffic are present in Indian airspace, he said. And anybody else to tell me how much type of traffic is always present in the Indian airspace, or rather can occupy the Indian airspace at any time? Can occupy the Indian airspace at any time? How many types of traffic? Since I have got no reply from anybody, four types. Then just tell me which are those four types. Unmute yourself and tell me which are those four types. Now, don't tell me Indigo, Air India, SpiceJet. Yeah.
No, sir, according to me, I think it is domestic, international, and non-scheduled and military.
Okay, and okay. Sir, two type. Sir, four type. No, actually, I'll give you a hint. I'll give you 50% of the answer. I'll tell you now. This gentleman was right who said two types, but he has not emphasized which two types. Four types,
Sir,
definitely
types.
not.
Sir,
Yes, two types, but which? Which?
Sir, I think one is IFR and second is visual flight rule. First is instrument traffic and second is visual meteorological traffic.
Yes, I didn't ask you. You didn't listen to my question. I asked you how much type of traffic is there in Indian space. I didn't ask you how many types of aircrafts under how many type of rules the flight takes place. In that case, it will be VFR and IFR. But no, gentlemen, actually the correct answer is we have the civil traffic and defense traffic. We have civil and defense. Indian airspace is shared by two types of traffic, that is civil and defense, right? Are you getting my point? Civil and defense. For past so many days, this is the fourth day of the class, and I've always been talking about ATC all the time, separation by ATC, separation by ATC. But don't you think for last 4 days we have just talked about civil traffic? Did we ever mention defense before? Now see, defense also has come because they're sharing the same airspace. So how can your ATC just by its own control you without taking or rather giving information to the defense people? The defense people are sharing the same airspace. Their jets are fighter jets and helicopters or transport planes are also flying, but you are not communicating with defense. You are communicating with civil. So how is the separation between civil and defense maintained? How is the separation between civil and defense maintained? Civil and defense, actually civil authorities, that is civil ATC, is in close coordination, not you, but the ATC is in close coordination with the defense authorities. Then whatever traffic, civil traffic is there in India, or we plan to have civil traffic in a day, as the day starts, whatever civil traffic we have in India, is they share the pattern of this traffic with the defense authorities and take their consent to be in the air. I mean, if the defense has any objection, like if the defense is having some exercise somewhere where you plan to go, a civil aircraft plans to go, where the defense exercise is already planned, your flight, my dear friends, will definitely be cancelled that day, because we cannot overlook the defense exercises. Defense people will not allow you to fly over that area or sector once they plan to have some exercise there. Now, now it's very interesting how to maintain the separation between civil and defense traffic. Now I'll give you one example, and you will understand with that example within no time. Okay, now we are going from a flight. Here in this example itself, you can see from Delhi to Kolkata, right? In this screen share pamphlet, you see Delhi to Kolkata. Now, suppose in Delhi, you are not exactly in Delhi. Suppose you are in Jaipur. You are not in Delhi just now, you are in Jaipur just now, right? And you plan to go to Delhi and then flight Kolkata, but your flight plan then must originate from Jaipur. You are in Jaipur just now, and you plan. Now, what happens? Jaipur is a network of Delhi, right? Jaipur is a network of Delhi, and Delhi is the main station of which FIR? Delhi FIR. In the Delhi FIR, Jaipur is one of the networks of Delhi. So what you will do, you want to fly from Delhi to Kolkata. What you will do is you will fill a flight plan. You will make a flight plan, which is published by the Airport Authority of India. There is a format for the flight plan. You have to fill up the flight plan, and the pilot in command will sign the flight plan. Flight plan contains many technical details of the flight you are intending to conduct, like your origin, your destination name, your flight level where you plan to go. It must be like yesterday's quadrantal rules. Yeah, yesterday I told you, odd thousands, even thousand. As per that, you must write the flight plan level in the flight plan here. Write that. Then alternate aerodrome, in case when you're going from Delhi to Kolkata, some emergency comes, where you will land. Third aerodrome name, you must write here. How much fuel you will take to reach from Delhi to Kolkata. If some emergency comes, you can't go to Kolkata. Can you go to the alternate? How much fuel you require? All these technical details are filled by the pilot in command. Your registration marking, VT, ABC, whatever, right there. Number of passengers. No need to write the number of name of passengers. Just number of passengers you intend to carry. Number of crew members. All these details will come in the flight plan. You will fill the flight plan and give it to Jaipur, because you are sitting in Jaipur, but your flight you are planning, you want to go from Delhi to Kolkata. You will give the flight plan in Jaipur ATC. You won't go to Delhi all the way to give the flight plan. You will give it to Jaipur. Jaipur will take the flight plan. Maybe it will give it hardly a second look even. It will just give one look, and it will just read, okay, it is from Delhi to Kolkata. So what it will do, it will take your flight plan and just fax it immediately. Where? To Delhi. Immediately it will fax it to Delhi. Delhi will read your flight plan, and Delhi has received not only your flight plan from Jaipur, but Delhi, since it is the main control station, Delhi must have received so many flight plans in its FIR. Somebody must have be planning to go from Jodhpur, somebody from maybe Jaisalmer, somebody from Bikaner, and somebody so many places in Delhi FIR, Lucknow maybe, or maybe Varanasi. So many people must be planning to go from Delhi FIR somewhere. All the flight plans of all the respective flights will go to Delhi for approval. Your flight plan also was given by Jaipur to Delhi for approval. Now you want an approval that this flight plan, does it suit Delhi or not? So Delhi will put all your relevant details, like your flight detail, flight level, especially your flight level and your departure time. They will put 2 or 3 values in their system. If these 2 or 3 values, what they put in the system, clashes with other values of other aircraft. Suppose you want to go from Delhi at 9 o'clock to Kolkata at flight level 150. Somebody else also wants to go from Delhi to Kolkata. But his flight plan has not come from Jaipur. His flight plan has come from Jodhpur. But he is also planning to go to Delhi, Kolkata. He also wants to go at 9 o'clock. He also wants to go at 15,000. Now that will depend whose flight plan came first, yours or his. Your flight plan came first. So you will get approval. He will not get approval. Why? He will be asked to change either his level or his departure time. How can 2 aircraft depart at the same time on the same level from the same place? Not possible. So Delhi will reject his flight plan, accept your flight plan. So it depends on Delhi that whatever feedback he has from, rather whatever data Delhi has from all the flight plans so far collected, that it is not contradicting or not coming into the way of other flight plans, then Delhi will clear your flight. Suppose Delhi clears your flight. Now, how Delhi will tell you that it is accepted your flight plan? It has no objection to your flight plan. What Delhi will do? Delhi will give you one alphabet, that is the phonetic code, and some sequence of numbers as a token number or approval number. This approval number or token number is otherwise known as FIC number. FIC stands for Flight Information Center number. It has no meaning. Actually, it is meaningless. It has no meaning. It is just a token which Delhi knows it has given to you. Delhi will write on your flight plan. Delhi will write, okay, you are given one phonetic code. I said any one phonetic. Suppose it gives you one phonetic code X. X stands for X-ray. Your FIC number is X-ray X, and some random number it may give you. Anything which comes to their mind. Like it gave you 101. So your FIC number is X-ray 101. That is your token number to go from Delhi to Kolkata. Delhi has approved you, and on your flight plan it will write FIC number X101. And in the register, they have a register. They will just make an entry in that Delhi to Kolkata one flight whose flight plan is with us, so and so flight number, departing at Delhi so and so time, has been given clearance by us. Token number is say X-ray 101, right? So when you get a FIC number from your main FIR station, that means it has cleared your flight from the civil point of view. Civil authorities have no, because your FIR from where you are flying has no objection, main station has no objection to your flight. So it has given you a clearance number, a token number, that is X-ray 101. It can be anything, X-ray 101. It can be Yankee, Y 109. It can be anything, Alpha 646, A 4646. Anything, whatever, but no two flights will be given the same FIC number. Every flight will be given its own identification. It's like an ID number, identification number, okay, which will be known only to Delhi and of course you. So once you have the FIC number, Delhi will just write that. Delhi authority, the ATC manager will just write FIC number so and so on your flight plan. He will write, which was now nothing was written. FIC was not written. Now we'll write it with hand. He'll write FIC number so and so. X-ray 101, and he will sign it and put a stamp of Delhi ATC, right? So your flight plan is approved, but only 50%. Why 50%? Because you have taken approval so far only from civil authorities, main civil authority Delhi in your FIR. But what Delhi will do next, after writing the FIC on the flight plan which you had sent, Jaipur had sent to Delhi to write the FIC number, and then it will immediately fax it. After writing the FIC number on the flight plan, it will fax it to the air headquarters, Defense Air Headquarters, Delhi. Again, Delhi itself, Air Headquarters, Delhi. It will send it to Delhi headquarters, Air Headquarters, Delhi. Immediately, the Air Headquarters will see, okay, this flight wants to go from Delhi to Kolkata. From Delhi to Kolkata, what is the route? Okay, it wants to go by G450. Okay, Golf 450, fine, or Papa 76, whatever route name also will write on the flight plan. So they'll say, okay, we don't have any Air Force exercise or any defense activities, I think, from Delhi to Kolkata route today. Okay, so allow them to go from there. We have no objection. So what the defense authorities, the Air Force authorities on your flight plan, they also will give you one phonetic code and one number. That is their token number. And they will write on your flight plan ADC number. ADC means A stands for air, D stands for defense, and C stands for clearance. Air defense clearance number, ADC number. Now, see, you got two clearances. One FIC number from Delhi, your main FIR. Second clearance you got was the air defense clearance. Okay, ADC number. Now, ADC number was air defense clearance number. Again, it will have one phonetic code at random and one number given by the defense authority. It may say, first IO in case your FIC number was X-ray 101. In this case, they may say Zulu, Z. They will write Zulu, Z102, Z102. They can write Z102. So now you have two things on your flight plan which you had sent initially to from Jaipur to Delhi. It was containing only your flight details, nothing else. But Delhi endorsed it. Delhi had no problem. So Delhi said, okay, give him the FIC clearance from our side. Delhi has no objection. So you got the clearance from Delhi side. That was FIC number. Okay, civil flights approved. Civil authorities approved the flight. Then you send it to Delhi, send it to Air Force headquarters in Delhi. And the Delhi headquarters people had no objection. Air Force has no objection. The defense has no objection. They said, okay, give him one token number from our side that he is clear. No issue. We can't stop him. He's okay. So they said, okay, your ADC number is so and so. So we got two numbers, one FIC from Delhi, one ADC number from Delhi, again Air Force people. So now your flight, after getting FIC clearance and ADC clearance on your flight plan now, Air Force people, after writing ADC number on the flight plan, will fax it back to Delhi, not to you, but back to Delhi from where it came. Delhi people will fax it back to Jaipur from where it came, and Jaipur people will inform you, yes, your flight is approved, FIC number so and so, ADC number so and so, written on your flight plan. You can depart. But one thing is very, very typical of this. The FIC numbers given by Delhi and the ADC number given by Delhi Air Force headquarters to you are valid only for 30 minutes from the time of departure. If in the flight plan your departure time was 9 o'clock, you must leave at 9, otherwise maximum by 9:30. If your flight for some technical reason is delayed by more than 30 minutes, then your FIC and ADC numbers are invalid. You will have to take fresh FIC numbers and fresh ADC numbers. Why? Because they thought that at 9 o'clock when you depart from Delhi to Kolkata and another half an hour, there is no traffic there. So you can be allowed to go. But if you delay the flight by more than 30 or 35 minutes, if you delay the flight, then maybe some traffic may come in because more flight plans will come in. They may approve somebody else. So that is the case. Your FIC and ADC will be not holding good after 30 minutes of delayed departure. So you have to depart in time so that your FIC and ADC numbers can be used. If your departure is delayed more than 30 minutes, your FIC and ADC both will lapse, and you have to again obtain the fresh FIC and ADC numbers. Again, same process. Send a fresh flight plan with a fresh departure to Jaipur. It will send it to Delhi, again headquarters. It is but all this process, you will be rather surprised. The entire process, right from you handing over the flight plan to Jaipur and you getting it endorsed by FIC ADC, ultimately when it comes back to you, it hardly takes hardly takes 15 to 20 minutes. It's very fast. It's very fast. It may taken more time for me to explain the whole system, but actually when it works, within 15-20 minutes, you will get the FIC ADC numbers, whether it is a fresh one or the next one. You'll get only within 15 to 20 minutes. Right. Now, this was one very important topic. Of this also, I'll make a small note. And this, the thing which I am sharing with you on the screen share just now, this is an important topic, the summary, and one more summary of FIC ADC numbers. Personally, I will send it both of you to on the Google Drive. Will give you a link. You can just have one pages extra. Although it is very, I don't want to rather contradict any author of India who is writing RT books. But in no RT book, you will find the details which I told you just now about FIC ADC numbers. No RT book tells you, rather, in your syllabus also in WPC, they have not mentioned even the FIC ADC number. This is some good gentleman who asked me just now, what is the FIC ADC? You must be knowing somewhere FIC ADC. So you must know in detail, although it is, they may ask you, readily they will ask you so many questions in the question paper also on FIC and ADC. Sometimes they may delay a flight and they want to see whether you know FIC is expired or not after delayed flight. Are you taking fresh FIC or no? That they expect from you. But in their syllabus, they have not included all these things. Anyway, no issue. I will give you a note on FIC ADC numbers, and also on this in the Google Drive link which we will send to you. You can just take a printout of one pages. It's not a, and I'm now very sure that by now all of you must have got your hard copies with you, because tomorrow I'm planning to start the question papers with you. And now since we are having another 2 or 3 minutes before our break time, and when we can resume again, so after the break, what I will do is I will discuss one by one whatever situations maximum we can do. I told you I will be discussing 13 situations with you today after the break. So after the break, I will discuss all the 13 situations with you. And meanwhile, as we resume our classes after the break immediately, in the meantime, when the break of 10 minutes which we are getting just now, in this whatever difficulties you had, if you have so far in 3 days classes, or the 4th day rather half day, you just note it down and just ask me, because I don't want to make a building on a very weak foundation. I believe in making a building on a strong foundation so it can stand for years to come, right? So in your case also, I don't want you to proceed further deep into the classes unless all your concepts are clear to date. I may take 1 hour extra someday, no issue, but I don't want you to have any lacuna as you move forward. That is my personal opinion, right? Then we meet after the break, right?
Hello. Hello, sir.
Uday,
Ah,
you can ask your doubt in the next session, okay? Just after 10 minutes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.